Quit telling teenagers that they can't be involved in politics. See, anytime I hear the argument that teens shouldn't have political opinions, it always comes down to one thing. Oh, it's just grown folks' business. None of what they're saying or doing affects you. But it does. When education cuts are made to the budget, that affects me. And that affects teenagers and children because that's messing with our education. When discrimination still happens against children and teenagers based on the color of their skin or their sexual orientation or any other immutable characteristic within life, it affects us. Quit sitting there and saying it's just grown folks' business. It's not. And before you sit here and get high and mighty and go off on me, no, I'm not asking you to make a teenager president all of a sudden. No. What I'm asking is that you give teenagers like myself a fair chance to enter the political space, make informed decisions, and come to our own conclusions based on research and studies and history and actual facts. That's what I'm asking. We need to start learning to teach children and teenagers this because we are going to be inheriting the world. If you don't teach them this, they will be inherently unprepared for what comes next. See, I actually strive to see the day where children and teenagers are more open and talk more about things like education and discrimination. I actually strive for the day where I might see one high schooler or two high schoolers sitting on a school board and being involved with the decisions of budget cuts, new policy changes, and things of that nature to the schools. And they would still be held accountable, and they would still be held to the same level of anybody in a position of authority like that. You might argue back and say, well, teenagers are arrogant, they have no place. And that may be true. But may I remind you of our current administration and our politicians and the normal, everyday, average adults you see in the world. I don't think adults have room to speak about arrogance when they can't even address their own. And to the teens of the world watching this, I do hope you get involved with politics. I hope that you make decisions that are based on facts, evidence, research, studies, things of that nature. Because if we want adults to take us seriously, that's how this is going to have to play out. To the adults of the world, let your child or let the children around you be involved. There's no way we're going to overcome the struggles that we're currently having unless everybody is involved and we have all hands on deck. Thank you for watching.